Hello, friends. How are we today? I hope everything's going well. So, I want to talk to you about a few things. We're going to talk about competition here on episode 1. So, just wanted to kind of introduce myself, let you know, what I am, what I stand for, what this is all about, why I'm doing all this, and all that good jazz. And I thought today would be a good day to start doing that. Timing's everything. So I feel like I've been a little late. It's been a little slow start. We've had technical difficulties. We've had some health stuff go on. I can't wait to share that with you guys. That's fun and exciting. Not really, but it is. And just kind of get this ball rolling. Trying to lay out my style. I do apologize that it's been so long since we've communicated with one another. I apologize, but I promise it'll be well worth it in the end. I think, anyway. This is edutainment for the tanning biz, and I want to see, if you could only see what I see for our industry in the future, it's insane. Now, I will say with the disclaimer that some of us won't make it that far, and I don't think that's going to be a bad thing. I think they'll want to go off and do something else, but there will be a few select some of us who are going to stay in this, let's call it industry for, that's kind of just how we are. We fell in love with this industry and we just are like, I don't care. The money to me doesn't matter. I'm in this, I'm in it to win it. I'm going to ride this thing out until the day I die. Got to do something. Might as well do this, right? So, we're going to talk about a whole plethora of stuff throughout these months, years that we're together and learning from each other and inspiring each other. And it's going to be I think it's just going to be a fun time. Some won't have that much fun because they don't like change, but change is coming. And kind of doesn't really matter whether you follow the Great Reset or the Great Awakening or just the new beginnings of what is going to transpire over the next 2, 5, 10 years. It's going to be truly exciting. Our industry will have a hit, I do believe, and it's going to be bleak for that stuff for a short while, but there's still some of us that'll just hang on for glory. And then eventually some things will happen, and we'll get into all this stuff. And our industry is gonna, let's just say, save the world, so to speak. So, and we'll talk about that. It's fantastic. Got a lot of data, a lot of information, testimony, not people giving you data information like raw hard. I'll give you the ability to go and just check for yourself. You can just do it yourself and check and make sure that what I'm teaching you is legit. And of course, it's all like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, we'll get into all that stuff. We have plenty of time. We just need to calm down, take a couple deep breaths, and enjoy the show. So episode 1 is going to be about competition. I am going to use my competitors within the vicinity of our salon just as an example. There's interesting stuff. I'll have stuff of things not to do, what to do, and all that good jazz, and have just the mindset of competition. Now, I just do want to get that kind of out in the open, as I used to be competition driven. But I'd say over the past, 8 years being in this, about 2012, 2012, 13, when we had close our first salon, and thank goodness. I mean, it was just, we would have literally went bankrupt, trying to make that fly, but that area was just declining. It still is. I mean, it's sad to watch, but if it wasn't for, in our opinion, the good Lord doing what He needed to do to ensure that we would close that shop. And oh my goodness, the saddest time and the most thankful time looking back on it now. But that was probably the time I gave up on competition, because I realized it doesn't matter. There's room, if you're in an area, there's always room for both of you. If you got yourself a little nasty competitor, that kind of sucks. I'll go through our competitors. I won't say ours are nasty. I don't really know our competitors as far as people goes. Our competitors are very young in the industry, and just kind of were able just to have that be able to throw some money at it, buy a bunch of new equipment, and kind of just make their name for it, and not really need to grind to make money. One of them came when they started their salon. They came in to me and said, hey, we're just be honest with you, I'm not really interested in making money. They make money, huge money in other industries, and they were just basically trying to use it for a tax write-off, hobby, so to speak. And that's cool. Bought all beautiful equipment. It was fantastic. We'll go over that stuff. Any of you guys that fear, oh my God, Planet Fitness is coming in, or somebody's coming in, they got money and they're buying all these brand new equipment. Oh my gosh, you guys have hit the lottery. I'm telling you, I will teach you how to fucking crush the shit out of them, man. I'm telling you. And it really doesn't have anything to do with anything other than mindset. Figure out who you are, what you stand for, and why you're in this industry, and then just just go for that. And I'll use one of our competitors. You come into this industry and you look to be the best, so you buy the best. That's what one of my competitors did. And what did they end up doing? They got, quote unquote, air quotation marks, voted many years in a row, and still to this day, the best in our area, which is fantastic, dude. That is awesome. If that's what you want, then fantastic. But don't keep coming and, wanting to just copy and duplicate, your competition. If you want to be number one, then you go be number one with your own stuff. You don't pay attention to your competition. Don't be naive to what they're doing, but don't worry about your competition. If you're being number one, then focus on you to being number one. Okay? I personally, I ditched that mentality a long time ago. I'm not in this to be number one. Because here's the deal. You're number one today, you're not tomorrow. And then what happens when your reality breaks when you're not number one? Somebody comes in and they have more knowledge, more money than you. They got more clout, they got more of an influence, they got more than anything of you, and it knocks you out. Or maybe you lose your income and you got to actually strive for to be the best, and then your equipment fails and you can't afford to pay for them. So then you end up being just the shit. So what in my personal opinion, striving to be the best is fine, but as far as long term, you're going to just get disappointed in the long term. And maybe you're lucky enough and you don't really have any competition. And I'm talking about competition. I'm not talking about competition that's 70 miles away, 60 miles away, even 20 miles away. I'm talking within a 5 to 10 mile radius of your guys' facilities. That's a true competitor, so if you're like, oh, and that's what pisses me off about, the big guys in our industry is they teach this mentality of, oh, love your competition. Dude, I don't hate them as people, but in my opinion, business is a game or war or however you want to fancy it. But I can just tell you that you know, being number one is fine. And if that's what you want, that's fine. It's good to strive for that, be the best. But in my personal opinion, I'm striving to be the best I can be every day, and I'm my only competition for that. So if I'm doing better than I was doing last year, then that to me is a win. You know, if you keep on just looking at your competition, you keep on just you know, comparing yourself to the Joneses, and you're just going to get disappointed, because you know, you don't know what they're, you know, you don't know what they're going on behind closed doors. You don't know what's happening. And you know what? They might be the best, but they might be the most miserable people you've ever met in your life. And is that what you want? Is that what being the best is going to be about? No. So, you know, I'm excited to work with a few of you. You know, many people, I will tell you, in this industry are going to hate what I'm going to tell you guys. They're going to fight me. They're going to tell me I'm wrong, and I'm blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm not looking to get with the big homies of our industry. I'm not looking to be the buddies of all these magazines and all these you know, article writers. You know, I could care, lotion manufacturers, lamp manufacturers. I don't give two shits. I am about product, and I'm about integrity. So that's it, you know. But I'm excited. I'm excited to work with just a few of you. To be quite honest, over the next 10 years, I'm really only looking to work with maybe 300. Let's go 300 to 1,700 worldwide individuals. And so, you know, and I ain't going to charge you for this stuff, man. I'm going to, as far as I can, I'm going to give you as much information as I can for free. I will teach you how to take on the Planet Fitnesses. I will teach you how to outperform them, shine in service. You know, I watch these forums, and I used to be in these forums like a hawk, dude, but you know, some things have changed within the dynamics of these places. And, you know, they're all into this, let's call it Mercedes-Benz Lexus shit. And I'm just, you know, we're going to get into some stuff, like I said, peeps are just not going to like what I have to say. But you have to know why you're in this. If you're in this industry to make money and that's it, dude, man, I'm going to tell you, you go out there, you buy units, you get rid of shit, you build up this big name, you're just beat the shit. The first 5 years, you beat the shit out of your equipment, and then you just buy all brand new equipment. Man, if that's what you want, that's how you become number one, is you throw a lot of money at that stuff, and you're either going to have the clout or you're going to have to throw money. So you either have influence or money. And, you know, the cool thing about me and my wife is, you know, we didn't really have influence, and we most certainly didn't have money when we got into this. And I'll tell you that story someday. You can actually find it online. And, but it was an interesting story. It was the most scariest time of my life. I wouldn't wish that on anybody ever. It was just not comfortable. It wasn't cool. But let me tell you what. Oh, I would not know near what I know and what I'm going to teach you guys if I didn't go through that. So I am thankful. And that's just it, you know. A word to my competitors, if they ever hear this. You want what I have, you better be willing to go through what I went through. Pure and simple. That's it. So I'm excited to work with you. Sorry for the delay. We are going to get this ball rolling. And yeah, I'm just going to entertain you. That's what I want to do. I just want to entertain my fellow Suntanians, to help you get through to our future. Because let me tell you, the world of UV light the future is super, super bright. I'm just telling you, it's super, super bright. And It's going to be exciting. I think it's going to